life, there are only a handful of categories that truly matter. Maybe 6, maybe 7, maybe 8. But the truth is, most people don't focus on those. Instead, they major in minor things. They spend hours following celebrity drama, scrolling through social media, knowing every detail about someone else's life, while knowing almost nothing about their own personal development. But if you really look at life, a few areas determine almost everything. First, your body. Without health, everything else loses meaning. You don't want to be the richest person in the graveyard. Energy matters. Vitality matters. Strength matters. Because when your body is strong, it affects everything. It shows up in your relationships. It shows up in your business. It shows up in the way you live your life. This is not something you dabble in. You master it. Another area that controls your life is your emotions. Imagine having billions of dollars. Imagine being loved by millions of people. But every day you feel angry, frustrated, and stressed. Then your life is still miserable, because life is not defined by what you have. It's defined by what you feel consistently. Your emotional state determines the quality of your life. Then there are relationships, especially intimate relationships. This is where the greatest joy in life comes from, but also the deepest pain. Yet most people never try to master relationships. They just hope things will work out. But great relationships require understanding, effort, and growth. Another powerful area is time. Most people confuse movement with achievement. They stay busy, they check off tasks, but being busy does not mean you're creating value. The real question is, how do you use your time to create meaning, impact, and growth for yourself and the people you care about? Then there is career and business. Most people dabble, and that's why most businesses fail. In any 10-year period, about 96% of businesses disappear, and even among the ones that survive, many owners are stressed, unhappy, and exhausted. Mastery is different. Mastery means learning how to grow, lead, adapt, and create value consistently. Then there is money. Money itself is not the ultimate goal. But mastering money removes stress from life. It allows you to give more, share more, experience more. You move from survival to abundance. And finally, there is spiritual growth. Not necessarily religion, but living by something bigger than yourself. Because when you're growing, you feel alive. And when you're contributing, you feel even more alive. Growth and contribution together create a powerful sense of meaning. But here's the reality. The average person is not physically fit. The average person is not deeply fulfilled in relationships. The average person is not financially free. The average person is not spiritually alive. That's just the truth. But a small percentage of people are different. They are healthy. They are fulfilled. They are financially strong. They have passionate relationships. Their lives are growing. So the real question becomes, what are they doing differently? One thing they understand is that life is controlled by decisions, not circumstances. Decisions. Decisions about what to believe. Decisions about what to focus on. Decisions about what to do. Think about your life for a moment. 5 years ago, 10 years ago, if you had made one different decision, your entire life might look completely different today. That's how powerful decisions are. But the most important decision you can make is this. Decide that no matter what happens in your life, you will live in a beautiful state. Because pain is part of life, but suffering is something else. Suffering is when we obsess about ourselves, our problems, our fears, our frustrations. And the fastest way to end suffering is simple. Stop focusing on yourself. Focus on something greater. Your mission, your family, your purpose. The people you want to serve. The human mind constantly compares. It evolved millions of years ago to protect us from danger. It's always looking for what's wrong. That helped our ancestors survive. But today it makes people anxious, worried, stressed. So the real skill in life is learning how to shift your state of mind, because when you're in a beautiful state, loving, curious, playful, grateful, everything changes. You become a better partner, a better parent, a better leader, a better human being. And here's something most people misunderstand. An extraordinary life is not just about achievement. Achievement is a science. There are strategies to build a business, make money, reach goals, but fulfillment is an art. And many people achieve incredible success, yet feel empty inside. Success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. Look at people who achieved everything they dreamed of, fame, wealth, recognition, and yet still felt miserable. Achievement alone is not enough. You must learn the art of fulfillment, and fulfillment comes from appreciation. Most people live with expectations, but expectations create frustration. Instead, trade expectations for appreciation. Appreciate this moment, appreciate the people around you, appreciate the opportunity to live. Because if you cannot find joy in this moment, more money, more success, more recognition will not create it. You must build that ability now. Life is short. None of us knows how short. If you only had 1 week to live, you wouldn't waste it worrying about small problems. You'd spend time with people you love. You'd watch sunsets. You'd breathe deeper. You'd experience life fully. So the question is simple. Why wait? Why not decide today to live with gratitude, to focus on what truly matters, to grow, to give, and to enjoy the journey? Because wealth is not just money. Wealth is a state of mind, and the richest people in the world are often the ones who already know how to appreciate life. So decide today, not someday, today. Decide to live fully. Decide to grow. Decide to give. And decide to create a life that is not just successful, but truly extraordinary.